Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So what we're working with today is, I've had a popping noise coming from the front of the truck, and basically I figured it out about a month ago. Well, this may be a new noise, but it sounds just like it. It's the front diff mount where it mounts to the frame, and this particular one was on the driver's side. It wasn't very tight, it was kind of loose. So after I tightened it up for a whole month, solid, no noise, no nothing. Well, probably about a week ago, started hearing a faint little pop noise, and now it's pretty much back. I'm gonna see if I can catch it on video. It's louder with the skid plate on. I don't know if it echoes more with the skid plate on, because previously we took the skid plate off and the noise got quieter, but you could still hear it. And that's when I was able to kind of pinpoint what it was. I had my wife get in the truck and turn it back and forth where it would pop, and I started putting my hand on stuff, and I could feel it kind of resonating from that one mount. So if it is that same mount again today, first of all, is it loose again? Why is it getting loose? Second, is the bushing bad? Does it look terrible? You know, do we want to back the bolt out and put some Loctite on it and jam it back in? A lot of different variables. But first things first, I'm going to get the skid plate off real quick, and then we'll see what's going on, and I'll show you the mount that I'm talking about. So this is the mount that I'm talking about right there. So it connects the front diff to the frame, and then it's got another one here, and then it's got a smaller one in the back. Now I'm not exactly sure what's going on, because it's still extremely tight. So it didn't get loose this time. So it is possible that maybe the bushing in there is going bad. The only way I could kind of, I guess, rule it out at this point would be to loosen it and get the bolt out completely, and then turn the wheel and see if the pop is still there or goes away. But yeah, I was kind of hoping it would be, I guess, I don't know what I was hoping for, but I was kind of thinking it'd be loose again, and then, you know, we could go from there. But it's still good and tight, and I'm only just assuming that's still what the popping noise is. It could be something totally different at this point. Well, a lot of people say body mounts, but I can make this thing pop just sitting in the driveway by turning the wheel. So I don't see how that would affect the body mounts that much. So, I mean, I could be totally off base, but I'm not sure at this point if I just want to order a new. I think you can get the whole bushing assembly and then press this one out and press a new one in, or if you just want to buy, just the easy way would be just to buy a new mount and put a new mount on. But I would like to rule it out completely, because I think the new mount's like, I don't know, I think it's $100 and something. And then the bushing thing I've seen online where people order the part, they get the wrong bushing, it's this whole big deal. So I'd probably just order the whole new mount, that way I know it's going to fit. But yeah, so kind of at a loss right now. I may start it up and see if I can get the popping noise to come back, or it happens the most when you're either sitting still, turning the wheels back and forth, or as you're backing up and you're turning the wheels slowly. Like, you know, it don't have to be an incline, it could be flat and it still pops. So it's not hurting anything, obviously. I mean, the truck still drives fine, everything's still great. It's just, you know, it's a 2019 truck, bought it brand new December of 19, and, you know, it's just kind of annoying to hear the popping in the front. So the only thing I've done suspension wise is it has a set of TRD Fox shocks on it, which, you know, basically are stock because they come on the Pro. So I'm still just assuming it's this mount. So I went ahead and pulled the mount completely, and the rubber looks good. There's no tears. It's not dry rotted. Everything looks fine. The other side here just has the big bolt, big washer. Once again, this rubber looks fine. It's good and solid. It has a little bit of movement, but I think it's supposed to. But everything looks good and solid. So only thing I'm going to do is just put a little grease on everything and slap it back together. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still just assuming this is what is popping, because last time I tightened it, it did go away for like a month. So not real sure. So this is the passenger side mount. I went ahead and pulled it too. Everything looks fine. I mean, nothing dry rotted, nothing torn, no excessive movement in it. So I'm going to grease it up same way I did the driver's side one. I already put the driver's side one back in. If you're going to do this, if you're chasing trouble like mine, I recommend doing one at a time. But I don't know. So lube it up, some grease, slap it back together, and I don't know, see what happens. So there's the driver's side one back in place. It's got a third bolt right up there that's kind of a pain. You can't get to it with a socket. You have to use the open end. So those were kind of a pain in the butt. This one's easy. It's just got 2 bolts there and then the big bolt in the nut. So I know these don't come greased from the factory, or at least I'm assuming so, because these were dry as can be. I don't think greasing them is going to hurt anything. It just didn't seem like a bad idea. I mean, I've been over everything on this thing. Upper, lower, A-arms, bolts, shock bolt, sway bar. I mean, about everything you could think of. And hopefully this does it. I don't know. I mean, if this doesn't do it, honestly, I'm thinking about just kind of trying to block it out of my mind, because whatever it is not hurting nothing. It's just a pop. So, and it only happens every once in a while when you're turning. It's kind of a weird deal. Honestly, it's never been that quiet. That was pretty crazy. Usually there's a lot of other racket going on. You know, there's the big popping noise. Obviously you can hear, like I said, when backing up or turning the wheel lock to lock in the driveway. But that was awfully quiet. I don't know. We're going to have to go drive it. But I will definitely check back later, maybe a month from now. So when I post this video, we'll have an answer. Did this fix it? Is it still popping? So still got to put the skid plate back on. Don't really see a reason to leave it off. The noise is quieter with the skid plate off, but I've looked at the skid plate and there's nothing rubbing. There's no scrape marks. There's nothing. So it's not the issue with the skid plate. The skid plate just amplifies the noise, I think, because it ties everything on the front frame right there together, and then it gives it like a resonator. Like, I don't know if that's a word or not, but I think y'all know what I mean. And if you don't, sorry. So we'll see. All right, so went on a test drive. Quiet, no popping, no noises, no nothing. Not gonna say it's 100% fixed yet. I'm gonna check back in about a month from now, give or take, and see what we got going on. There's definitely something to it though. The only thing I touched was the 2 front diff mounts. That's it. So it went from being able to pop in the driveway anytime I turned the wheel yesterday till today, nothing at all. It's been a couple months since I did that. Everything is still fine. No issues at all. No popping, no noises. Perfect. If you're having that same issue, maybe look at what I did and see if that'll help you. Other thing to check would be the sway bar bushings where they mount to the frame. A lot of people mention that those can make some racket too as well. If you've had the same issue, man, drop a comment. Let people know what you did to fix it possibly. If you get on like Tacoma World, you'll see that there's a lot of popping noises going on the front of these trucks, and it's kind of hard to track it down. So maybe you can help somebody out. I hope this video helps somebody as well. Like always, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, ring the notification bell. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.